Hey guys, it's Tim and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up, a handful of stories brought to you in one easy to watch video. So let's get started. So it's being said that both Stephanie and Vince McMahon are very happy with the work that Cathy Kelly has been doing on as far as hosting like special events and the social media videos and stuff, and that we could be seeing Cathy Kelly's role within the WWE as a host become elevated here in the near future, like I said, because both Stephanie and Vince are very happy with the job she's been doing. Now, a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, the Miz and Maryse broke the news that Maryse is pregnant and they will be expecting their first child. With that, a lot of officials backstage have been asking about, hey, can we incorporate this into some storyline? And they kind of are with the Jason Jordan, Miz stuff, saying that, oh, Miz is going to be there from birth, Miz is going to be a better father than Kurt Angle. But some officials are actually pitching the idea backstage that they do a paternity angle. They say, hey, Miz may not actually be the father, they may be a second father in play. Who that could be, we don't know, but ultimately it will end up being the Miz as the father, I believe, since it's real, since they really are having a baby. But there is people pushing for a storyline to where they don't know if Miz is the actual father and a different superstar could be the daddy. So it's been rumored for a while that the Authors of Pain are going to be coming up to the main roster on the SmackDown Live brand. But, as we saw, spoiler alert, at last week's NXT TV tapings, they are back in NXT. The issue for this is two things. First off, the officials backstage were split on whether they thought that the Authors of Pain were ready to come up to the main roster or if they thought they should stay in NXT. The second reason, the guys that thought the Authors of Pain were ready actually couldn't come up with an actual real good storyline, you can say, to introduce them to the main roster. And so with that, they just felt that it would be better if they put them back in NXT and keep them in the position they were as one of the top tag teams in that division. So everybody wants to know what's going on with the WWE 4 Horsewomen versus the MMA 4 Horsewomen. The plan is still to do the match, but right now they're just trying to figure out exactly how to set it up and how to go about it. With Sasha Banks and Bayley being on Raw and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch being on SmackDown, they are concerned about, well, when do we do the match? How do we set it up? These women are split between the two brands, they're not always together, and so the consensus is we do it at Survivor Series if that is the plan. Also, as far as Ronda Rousey goes, there are people backstage talking about her possibly having a match with either Charlotte Flair or Stephanie McMahon. A match with Stephanie McMahon was actually kind of in the works after WrestleMania 31 when she did do the segment with Stephanie, Triple H, and The Rock. That ultimately did fall through because she went back to the UFC, she wanted to pursue MMA, and the UFC actually just wouldn't allow it. So Conan did a conference call for GFW or Impact, whatever you want to call that dang company now, they keep changing their names, and talked about Rey Mysterio possibly coming into the company, and he said the following: I was definitely very heavily involved in it because I represent him. We were talking, talks broke down, and we're trying to repair those talks. Hopefully in the future Rey comes to GFW, but that was something that was definitely in the works. Conan even said there was a contract offered, but it all just really fell through. Conan does believe that Rey will eventually come to the company, and it's just a matter of time. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Let me know all your thoughts on the stories we covered in the comments below. And as always, remember to like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, subscribe here on YouTube, and follow PWUnlimited.net for the latest in pro wrestling news.